Shalom, all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Now, this is a clip here, pretty much of a Jake music mogul in Britain, and he's talking to, a white Jake. So it's like a straight up Negro West Indian talking to a white Jake who was basically, a promoter of pretty much like a promoter of events, basically. So there's a clip within this podcast. They used to do business dealings with each other in the 90s. So there's a clip within this that I wanted to play, and it basically is the Jake talking about basically, Negro culture and how pretty much how they view how Jake be viewing these like so-called white guys and these other nations in view of themselves. Now things are changing now because there's more knowledge in the earth and the end is coming and we know the end is near, but these are the curses. He basically goes into the curses where even the white I'm not going to play the whole thing, but even though the white guy asks him pretty much, I always basically the Jake mentions to him how Jake kill one another and they have no unity, and he's trying to change the narrative, which the only person that can change these things is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai anyway. It's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shai because he put curses on us. I'm going to read that in Deuteronomy, the curse upon the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The curse, one of the curses is what? The eyes shall be evil towards each other. That's a curse. All right. That's why niggas kill each other and ends kill each other in the streets and all that. It's a curse, man. So he's going into it how in the 90s, how prevalent that was, but how they wouldn't look at the white criminals the same. They would basically Jakes wouldn't do nothing to the white criminals and the heathen criminals, but they would do it to one another. So he goes into that, which is part of the curses that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai put on our people. So I'm going to play this clip here. And then I'm going to read some scriptures. So let me play what they speak about here.
British gangster world. You understand what I'm saying? Bucking around with our culture.
Oh, and law willing, this is for educational use, man. Law willing, they don't put no copyright or no strike on it. Even Boondocks, the cartoon spoke about that. Remember they had the end moment. I'm gonna play that clip as well. So everyone knows this. In the Boondocks, they even showed you that where Jake would shoot one another, but the so-called white people don't have nothing to fear. Even he goes into it here. So that's the curses, because why? It's the curses in Deuteronomy, and also the fact that our people perceive these Edomites or people in the white-looking flesh to be God. With that, and that narrative is being destroyed. So let me play some of this here.
We have a vibe of always willing to fuck around with our own people. Right. Not a second, not even thinking twice to pull out a gun or a knife on our own people. But when it came to that white gangster British culture, I'm telling you, bro, we fought twice. We fought 3 times. We fought 10 times. It's a little bit of a, you know what I mean? But coward's way to look at it.
Bob Hoskins might.
But I'm telling you, yeah, it was facts. Look at the black community in Brixton, Peckham, Clapham Junction, Lewisham. Name any of the black gangs at those times or bad boys at those times that were warring with the Turks, that were warring with the Albanians, that were warring with the Asians, that came in and actually took the drug game, and the prostitution game, and the extortion game. Name any of us that actually went to war with you guys, or any of the Richardson or the Adams that really went to war as gang.
Now also, obviously, we're not promoting, that behavior because it's wicked, but he's got a point. Jake, don't stick to each other. They harm each other, but won't do it to the heathens. We've been saying that for years, but we know, like we keep going into, it's the curses written of in Deuteronomy 28. So let me keep playing what he says here.
Didn't, bro. it's so cowardice of our culture, and I'm going to say it on this pod bar because it needs to be said.
Right.
Yeah, it's so cowardice of the black culture that we kind of really need to wake up.
Do you know what though? I was doing the clubs for 10 years, and then before that I was promoting for like 3, giving out flyers and tickets, doing a magazine. And in 13 years, I always had that. I always wanted that harmony thing. I wanted everyone to get on, have fun, make money, go home. Do you know what I mean? I was always up for that.
Bro, you know what it is? I think majority of us who have seen opportunities and seen that more people can eat, we kind of get that vibe. The only thing I would say to that is that the characters that we had to become, and Terry, you had to become a character.
Right.
In that time.
It's all playing ourselves.
No, Terry, I'm telling you, the way how we viewed.
So that's that's basically the point. I mean, there's more to it, but that's the point. So I wanted to read this here, but there was a lot said there. Even let me read this here. Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. All right? So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh. That's the point. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate. Yeah, meaning in the ancient world, the Israelites, we entreated each other as brothers and sisters, like with respect. We loved one another. We had a boundary. We love one another. Now, the eye amongst our people are completely gone. The eye amongst so-called Negroes and so-called Latinos, Native Americans is evil towards one another. Now, things are slowly changing now because we're at the end of the system of the so-called white man, and our people are gaining consciousness, so to speak. They're regaining back some form of sanity, man, in the madness. All right? But for the most part, the eye of our people has been evil toward one another. All right? It says, and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children. So the eye of our people is evil towards one another, even in our own households, man, in this time we're in now. Even there's that comedian in America, Godfrey, and even he said it. He was on that club Shay Shay, and he was saying, he was speaking to this Moabite guy was telling him, a criminal dude. He was saying he was dealing with another Jake, and he was telling the Jake, your people are the brilliant in all these fields. The whole world looks up to them, follows them for music, for sports, for whatever the case may be, but they can never stick together. And that's part of the curses. Our people can never stick together because it's curses, man. The Lord broke that bond, and he's the only one that can bring it back together. But it's the spirit that these things are being spoken about. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And that's what's happening to our people, man. And of course, like we say, we know it's the curses. This is what the Lord said it would happen to us. And it's a generational curse. It ain't going to change till Yahweh Shai comes back. The curses ain't going to be lifted off us till Yahweh Shai comes back. But we see slowly but surely, through the knowledge and information that's being put out there, things are slowly changing. We know that through why? Because the word's being prophesied, man. The word's being prophesied. But you see our people, they got this image of the so-called white man for years. And this is part of it too. Slavery. What happened to our people? You have to understand the consequences of these curses, man. That's happened to Jake, right? And slavery and all these things, the oppression, added to why we're so messed up today, man. And what were they making us worship in slavery? The white J word, man. The other white meat, Serapis, Cesare, Borgia. All these images that our people were forced to fucking follow, man. Especially in this captivity in America, in Babylon, in this Western hemisphere that we've been in, under this Edomite vibration, we worshiping their gods, basically, man. To the point now when our people have, and even later, even in fact, let me play a bit more of what he says here.
You, bro.
But back when I first started putting raves on in '93, and I was coming to London, I was only like 20.
I'm telling you, bro, like, you might not admit it, gangsters kids. You wouldn't even think that, you know what I mean, they came from us. What attitude to have to certain types of characters,
right,
and how to walk in a room. There was only a few of us that could be ruthless when it needed to be.
Yeah.
And that's why they didn't get the opportunities that you got. It is when it needed to.
Right.
So basically, yeah, Sluck, yeah. So pretty much, our people got the image of the so-called white man in their mind as the image of the power, basically, because Esau's image in this world is symbolic of power. Okay, so that's just in default in our people's minds, and not just our people, even the heathens. But you see, now with what's happening in this society, everyone's starting to see that these so-called white people are the wicked. They are the wicked. So that false narrative that they portrayed themselves as the Lord, as the Heavenly Father, all of that's being destroyed. And that's written here, 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And what was that falling away that the Apostle Paul was talking about here? That falling away that the Apostle Paul was talking about is basically our people were going to lose their heritage, man. All right? Which that was happening during the time of the Roman Empire. Jake was losing their heritage, where you had the apostles had to go out there and reteach the Israelites. But now, more so, fast forward to this society we're in today, Jake has completely lost their heritage. Fast forward to today, Negroes, Latinos, Native American people have completely lost their heritage. It's only now the Lord's breathing that, from 1960s onwards, the Lord started breathing the breath of life back into our people. But for a period of time, for a long time, we lost our way, man. We lost our way. So let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that falling away did come. And now the breath of life is back in the Israelites. That's why the world's upside down. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans have woken back up to who they are, beginning with the elect first. And then it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who's the son of destruction? Son of perdition is son of destruction. That's talking about the so-called white man, man. That they have now been revealed of who they really are. So that's also how we know the end is here. Okay? Because the false narrative that they're the people of the Lord, and everyone knows that who the world ignorantly calls the J word ain't a so-called white man. Everyone knows that it's now we they'll say he's olive skin and all these lies that they put out there, which olives can only be black and green. So it's coming out that, because people will say, he was a tanned hue man. They don't want to admit it, but the fact is he was a so-called black man, Yahushua. All right, and that truth is out there now. Why? Because the son of perdition's been being revealed, man. Okay, so it says, who opposeth and this is one of the points I wanted to get, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the power. And that's you can't say that ain't Esau. As we always say every time we teach, no other people has done that. No other people on the earth, no other nations that once ruled the planet has said that they were the power. The Babylonians never did it. The Assyrians never did it. The Persians never did that. Every nation's ruled at some point. You read in the book of Judges, Moabites, the Ammonites, they had power at one point. They never put themselves up as the image of the Heavenly Father. The only nation to ever do that is so-called white people, the Edomites. They're the only nation to ever do that. So they have opposed themselves and who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the power, or that is worshipped, so that he as a power sitteth in the temple of the Lord, showing himself that he is the Lord. So that's what they've done. And that by default has affected the planet, because it's in the minds of the people, and it's in the minds of the true people for the longest. Now, like we said, that narrative's being crushed by the true word of Yahushua. Even though the people might hate it, the masses of the world might hate this knowledge, because we know that, you know, only a few are truly going to believe and the rest of the people really scoff at the truth. But guess what? Just the fact that the truth is out there in the airwaves, man, it's affected the world. Even non-believers are affected by this. So that narrative that Yahweh Shai and the angels are people of color, the chariots, all these things is out there, the truth. Whereas the lie has been being destroyed. That's a fact, man. So it says it here. So it says that is worshipped, or so that he as a power sitteth in the temple of the power, showing himself that he is a power. Remember ye not. And really the so-called white man's just a man, all right? The Edomites are just men. That's all they are. What did the Lord say now? The Egyptians are men and not the power. All right? But you know, when you're in the rulership and authority position for so long, the world looks at you as such. And even you start believing your own hype. And that's what's happened with Esau. He's believed his own hype. But now that's slowly tumbling down, man. That's why you see the spirit of these so-called white people, man. They ain't got the same spirit or the same energy that they once had 50, 60, 70, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, during the time of Jim Crow. Man, they don't have that spirit anymore, man. That's been slowly drained from them. And when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's completely going to take their power, man. The Edomites. Okay? And they're going in captivity. All the nations outside of the Israelites are going into captivity, man. And the curses that was on us, in fact, I'm going to go to that, is going to go on them. So it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the power. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And that's what's happened now. The time has come where Esau has been being revealed of who he really is. All right? And the curses are going to come off of our people and go on to them and to the other nations. So that's what it says. It says, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And the time for him to be revealed is now, basically. Really, they knew back then, the apostles and Apostle Paul and the men of the Lord knew back then who the wicked was. But there was going to be a time where it was going to be known globally. And this is the time we're in now. With what's happening in the world, we know who the wicked is, man. Just look at their system, bro. Their system alone proves that they're the wicked, man. They got people messed up in debt, oppressed. They're bombing the planet. As we speak right now, they're bombing, you know, we know they're bombing the Ishmaelite lands, which is heathens. And we know a lot of Jake is up in there, you know. But just the fact that they're bombing, you know, no one's innocent, by the way. No one perishes innocent. But the fact that you're just bombing children is wicked. It's all wickedness, oppression. You know, not to mention going back into time of how they even created this kingdom they live in today. They created it through oppression, through slavery, through the destruction of the Americas. All of that, man. Through the killing of Gad, the natives. All of that has a big part into play as to how this man gained his power, man. All right? Through wicked oppression. So their system alone proves who they are. But for the longest, because they've been in that authority seat and they've painted the narrative, you know, they control the media. So they painted the narrative as to how they want it to be painted. They've been allowed to push these false lies, man. So anytime anyone came with truth, they were able to destroy it with a lie. Not destroy it, sorry, but to cover it up. But now the Lord ain't even allowing them to cover up their lies anymore, man. All right? And see? So it says, okay? So it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. So it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, which is the Heavenly Father. He will set it up in his time where he starts to reveal these devils, which is now. Okay? It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And that's the time we're coming into, brothers and sisters. He's getting ready to be taken out of the way. So Esau's getting ready to get the seat. He's getting ready to get wiped out of the way, man. Let's call it what it is. All right? Esau, the Edomites, is getting ready to basically get swept out of the way, man. All right? This is what's happening. Esau is getting ready to be swept out of the seat of authority. He's getting ready to be swept out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And this is what Yahweh Shai is doing. He's consuming them with the spirit of his mouth, which is his word, and he's gonna consume them. All right. Okay. He's gonna and so yeah, it says, And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So Yahushua is getting ready to destroy them. That's the brightness of his coming. Because Yahushua is going to be seen all over the world. He's coming with what the Esau calls the UFOs, the chariots of the Lord, in this coming Third World War. All right? He's going to invade the earth, and he's going to destroy the heathens, beginning with the main one in power, which is the so-called white man, the Edomite nation, the nation of Edom. That's who the Lord said he's going to be the people on top when he returns. And he's going to bring them down. All right? That's the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So that's the power and signs and lying wonders, man. That's Esau. He's so-called technology. That's his lying wonders. Okay? He's technology. That's the lying wonders. He's Mark of the Beast, the micro sea hip. These are all the lying wonders of the Edomites. All right? So let me read this here as well. So just Deuteronomy, because the suffering of our oppression is almost over, man. This is our oppression's almost over. Okay? So this is Deuteronomy 28 and Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah, so all of our persecution that we've suffered as a people, man, the eye being evil towards one another, separation of our families, all these things that we suffered as a nation of people, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, now that's getting ready to go on to Esau, the so-called white man. And it's already beginning. Look at the chaos in America, man. Edomites killing Edomites. Same things happening here in Europe. Edomites separated. They don't believe in their system anymore. And, that's the curses, man. And that's going to happen to all the nations outside of the Israelites. So these curses are getting ready to be lifted off us and going to the other nations, man. All right? So, with that, I want to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. Shalom, shalom.